Obviously, you shouldn't just sniff some lines in the street.
A lot of people judge it.
I don't think that a lot of people even realize that it isn't criminalized.
Hi, I'm Elena. Portugal since 2001 has decriminalized all drugs. Now, wait, decriminalization is different from legalization. It's kind of like driving without your seatbelt on. You will not be put in prison for it, but you might be fined. Well, for 24 years, Portugal has decided that the responsibility will not go to the criminal system, but will go to the healthcare one, hence treating drug users like patients, not criminals. We've done a full documentary about it, so go and see it. Today, we want to ask people what they think about the policy.
I don't think that the fact that it isn't criminalized has made me more up to doing it. Yeah, I think maybe the topic here is a bit less taboo.
Do you feel like there is still some stigma around people who use drugs?
Oh yeah, for sure. I think the only one that is like more accepted is marijuana. I think that a lot of the Portuguese culture around people who live on the streets grows around drugs.
Like in my hometown, I live in Algarve. It's way difficult to. Here in Lisbon, it's so much common. So a
there's no fear.
joint is not a bigger issue. Obviously, you shouldn't just sniff some lines in the street.
I smoke weed and I have a bit of a strange relationship with it because I've had an anxiety attack about a year ago, but I don't use it in a coping mechanism. I use it recreationally.
Some people overuse drugs, sometimes have the tendency to get involved in a more darker, somber place, and there are certain neighborhoods in Lisbon that are very, very problematic because of that. The policies themselves are not to blame in that particular case, in my opinion.
Do you think it's not a taboo anymore?
I think that stigma still lies within the older people who grew up in a different setting and have a different perspective on drugs, be that lighter or more heavier drugs altogether.
I'm not well informed about it, but I have the notion that in some countries you penalize it way too much so that people who need it can't. Even for people who use marijuana, it's still a lot of people judge it, and strictly for medical purposes. I have the notion that a lot of people are still frowning upon it.
People, like normal people that just don't deal with it daily, still see drug users as users and as like a bad thing, not as people who need help. I don't think that a lot of people even realize that it isn't criminalized.
Really?
Yeah.
But would you be up for like a legalization of some kind of substances?
If there are regulations, then I believe there would be no harm, especially in the production. There would be a control of the type of, let's say, products that are being sold.
Like anything that has THC, it should be legalized. I have a lot of professors right at my university that just do it all the time, and it's okay. Just feels like it shouldn't be this difficult to just legalize it, because so many people just consume it right now.